Call to order election board meeting, pledge allegiance. Pledge allegiance to the flag of the
United States of America, for which
Silence. Seated. There is here, okay.
This time, we'd like to ask for public input on agenda item only, and we need to do that through the Q&A process, live streaming. No? Announcements. May 18th, 2020 is the last day to update your voter registration. On May 26th, 2020 is the last day to apply for a mail-in ballot. June 2nd, 2020 is the new date for the Pennsylvania primary and the deadline to return your voted mail-in ballot. A motion is needed to approve and dispense with the reading of the minutes of the February 4th, 2020 election board meeting.
A motion? Okay.
Second.
On the question, all in favor state aye. Aye. Opposed? Motion carries.
Motion is needed to ratify the Commonwealth of Pennsylvania Department of State County application and agreement for the HAVA grant funds for reimbursement for voting machines in the amount of $84,404.60.
Second.
On the question, Tara, that's just the federal, right? Reimbursement, okay. All in favor state aye. Aye. Opposed? Motion carries.
For any old business? Hearing none, new business?
Tara, do we want to talk about the, since we won't have a meeting, I guess, before the election, or the second is the day of the election, so we won't have a meeting that day, right? We would have it the second, Chris? We still will? Okay, because it's a primary. So Tara, is there anything that you want to announce for the second, or the things that we're working on, or? We are looking at consolidating some of the polls, especially if they're at nursing homes and things, to not have those. We are also encouraging, requests for absentee ballots and write-ins, and we are also looking to do whatever we need to do with funding from the state and our own funding to make the polling places as safe as we possibly can. And we're coming up with a criteria on how, when the polling places will be opened, how they will be organized as far as, only one person coming in. And we're working on that, and we'll have that out to the public before the June 2nd. Anything else, guys?
That was the only thing I was going to ask, so that they can print it in the paper, is if we consolidate the polling places, how will these people be notified? Do they have to call you? Will it be in the paper where their new polling?
We have to actually let them know, I think, 2 weeks before the vote. Yeah.
So check your local news.
Anything else, Tara?
I have a question, Sam.
Yep.
Did the state, did we get any information from the state yet on how they want us to run the polling places, as far as with the distancing and wearing masks, or the guidelines? Did they give us any guidelines yet, or is that still something that they're... When you get that, could you send me a copy of that? I'd just like to take a look at that. Thank you.
And Tara, there will be training for all poll workers and everything before there, so everybody's on the same page in what we're going to be doing and how we'll be doing it, correct? Okay. Anything else? Okay. Public input?
We have a question, please. May I read it? Dean Williard asked, what about the people who do not get a newspaper?
Where their new polling, there'll be individual notices, registered voters.
Okay, registered voters will be getting a letter in the mail. Okay, thank you.
Then we recess the election meeting. Go to our regular public meeting. Call to order the Northumberland County public meeting, Tuesday, May 5th.
This time we ask for citizens' input, agenda items only. Moving on, a motion is needed to approve and dispense with the reading of the minutes of the Commissioners' public meeting held on Tuesday, April 7th, 2020.
Motion?
Second.
On the question, all in favor state aye.
Aye.
Opposed, motion carries.
Motions need to pay all county and liquid fuel payrolls as submitted by the Human Resource Office for payroll number 5 in the amount of $827,943.76. Payroll number 8 in the amount of $886,238.08, and payroll number 9 in the amount of $782,777.86.
Second.
On the question, all in favor state aye. Aye. Opposed, motion carries.
Motions need to pay all county and liquid fuel bills as submitted by the county controller in the amount of $4,839,988.43 from April 4th, 2020 to May 1st, 2020.
Moved.
Second.
On the question, all in favor state aye.
Aye.
Opposed, motion carries.
Announcements. A work session will be held on Tuesday, May 19th, 2020, beginning at 10 a.m. in the Commissioners' Conference Room. The next regular public meeting will be held Tuesday, June 2nd, 2020, at 1 p.m. in the Public Meeting Room at the Administration Center, 399 Stadium Drive, Sunbury. The Northumberland County Courthouse, Administration Center, and related county facilities will be closed on Monday, May 25th, 2020, in observance of the Memorial Day holiday.
We anticipate, Commissioner Chickatano, that the work session in the next public meeting will be available to the public, open, or we don't know yet at this time?
I think we will wait and see when we talk with the other counties this week and see where everybody else is going before we make that decision.
Motions need for the Commissioners to sign the state tax equalization voucher for transfer of real estate for the month of April 2020 as submitted by the Assessment Office.
Moved.
Second.
On the question, all in favor state aye.
Aye.
Opposed, motion carries.
Motion need to approve the employee status sheet list of new hires, individuals no longer employed, promotions, demotions, and transfers as items number 1 through 37.
Second.
On the question, all in favor state aye.
Aye.
Opposed, motion carries.
Motion need to approve the following reports as listed on your public meeting agenda.
Second.
On the question, all in favor state aye.
Aye.
Opposed, motion carries.
Motion need to appoint Ned Sodrick to the Focus Central PA Board for 1-year term ending December 31st, 2020.
Moved.
Second.
On the question, all in favor state aye.
Aye.
Opposed, motion carries.
Motion need to ratify a letter from the Northumberland County Commissioners to Governor Tom Wolf to offer consideration to opening more small businesses in Northumberland County, signed April 24th, 2020.
Second.
On the question, all in favor state aye. Aye. Opposed, motion carries.
Motion need ratifying the appointment of Chairman Chickatano as a single signatory authority for purposes of executing the non-disclosure and confidentiality agreement, NDA, with the Pennsylvania Department of Health via the Pennsylvania Emergency Management Agency, PEMA's e-grant system.
Moved.
Second.
On the question, all in favor state aye. Aye. Opposed, motion carries.
Motions need ratifying permission and approving permission to advertise for bid submissions for cleaning services at the Administration Center and Courthouse in Sunbury and Career Center in Shamokin.
Second.
On the question, all in favor state aye.
Aye.
Aye. Opposed, motion carries.
Motion is needed to reject all bid submissions for cleaning services at the Administration Center, Courthouse, and Career Center due to the need to change bid specifications to include additional services.
Moved.
Second.
On the question, all in favor state aye.
Aye.
Opposed, motion carries.
Motion is needed to ratify a letter from the Treasurer and Controller to transfer $80,000 from the General Fund to Northumberland County Area Agency on Aging to cover accounts payable until funds are reimbursed from the state.
Moved.
Second.
On the question, All in favor, state aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries.
Motion is needed to adopt the Montour County Emergency Management Unmanned Aircraft System, UAS, program to promote the safety and welfare of the residents and first responders on behalf of the emergency management agencies of Columbia, Montour, and Northumberland County, and to serve the counties of the East Central Task Force and the North Central Task Force, as well as the surrounding counties by established mutual aid agreements. This program is funded through the East Central Task Force. Ratification.
Second.
On the question, all in favor, state aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries.
Motion need to approve the allocation of $40,000 from the Act 137 Affordable Housing Trust Fund to the Housing Authority of Northumberland County, HANC, for the creation of a Northumberland County rental subsidy program upon the recommendation of the Affordable Housing Trust Fund Board. Ratification.
Second.
On the question, all in favor, state aye. Opposed? Motion carries.
Motion need to approve the adoption of the Citizens Participation Plan on behalf of CEDACOG for the purpose of adding language to allow virtual meetings to be part of the policy.
Second.
On the question, all in favor, state aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries.
Motion need to amend the job duties of the Director of the Northumberland County Emergency Management Department to include oversight of the Northumberland County 911 Department.
Second.
On the question, all in favor, state aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries.
Motion need to approve the following honorary letter and proclamations. Birthday, Frank Stenko, Berwick, Pennsylvania, 90th birthday. Proclamations, Older Americans Month, May 2020, and the second Emergency Medical Services Week, May 17th through the 23rd of 2020.
Second.
On the question, all in favor, state aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries.
Motion need authorizing travel requests and attendance at the following workshop seminars as in accordance with the county's personnel manual travel reimbursement policy, as listed on your public meeting agenda.
Second.
On the question, all in favor, state aye. Opposed? Motion carries. Solicitors report,
Thank
Frank.
you, Mr. Chairman. Motion to adopt Resolution R35-20, Professional Services Agreement between the Northumberland County Commissioners on behalf of the Tax Claim Bureau and Ursula Q. Kessler and Andrea L. Pencil for assistance with title searches for the upcoming judicial sale.
Second.
On the question, all in favor, state aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries.
Motion to adopt Resolution R36-20, Professional and Administrative Services Agreement between the Northumberland County Commissioners on behalf of the Planning Department and CEDACOG for services pertaining to the Community Development Block Grant, CDBG, for federal fiscal year 2019.
Second.
On the question, all in favor, state aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries.
Motion to adopt Resolution R37-20, agreement between the Commissioners of Northumberland County on behalf of the Department of Public Safety and Northridge Environmental Group to provide secondary hazmat response coverage to Northumberland County in accordance with the Pennsylvania Hazardous Material Emergency Planning and Response Act as amended, Act 165, Section 206.
Second.
On the question, all in favor, state aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries.
Motion to adopt our Resolution R38-20, renewal of maintenance agreement between the Northumberland County Commissioners and Modern Group Power Systems for the maintenance of generators located at the Northumberland County South Campus, Cole Township, Pennsylvania.
Second.
On the question, all in favor, state aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries.
Motion to adopt Resolution R39-20, resolution of the Northumberland County Board of Commissioners for the approval of 2020-2021 funding in the amount of $7,576 for the Mount Carmel Borough Lower Anthracite Transportation System, LATS.
Second.
On the question, all in favor, state aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries.
Motion to adopt Resolution R40-20, agreement between the Northumberland County Commissioners, Board of Commissioners on behalf of the Planning Department and the North Central Highway Safety Network, Inc., for execution and distribution of PennDOT grants for District 3-0 Community Traffic Safety Program, CTSP, and Police Traffic Services Program.
Second.
On the question, all in favor, state aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries.
Motion to adopt Resolution R41-20, memorandum of agreement between the County of Northumberland and the counties of Bradford, Clinton, Columbia, Lycoming, Montour, Potter, Schuylkill, Tioga, Union, collectively on behalf of the North Central Regional Counterterrorism Task Force, NCTF, and Private Industry Council of the Central Corridor, PICCC, Inc., for the administration of the task force and designation of responsible fiduciary. This is a ratification.
Second?
On the question? All in favor, state aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries.
Motion to adopt resolution R 42-20, North Central Pennsylvania Task Force, NCTF, mutual aid and intergovernmental cooperation agreement between the County of Northumberland on behalf of public safety and the counties of Bradford, Clinton, Columbia, Lycoming, Montour, Potter, at Sullivan, Tioga, and Union for emergency services within its county borders. This is a ratification.
Second?
The question? All in favor, state aye. Opposed? Motion carries.
Resolution R 43-20, agreements, amendments, revisions, grants, leases, and reports between the Northumberland County Commissioners on behalf of the Human, Senior, and Social Services and the named service providers as listed, numbers 1 through 6. The above agreements, amendments, revisions, grants, leases, and reports are not with county employees, nor does their organizational contract list county employees as principals in their corporation or on their board of directors.
Second?
On the question? All in favor, state aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. We at?
Old business. Call for any old business. None in-
Hold on, Mary Rose, just remember the census. If you didn't register yet, just a reminder, I mentioned that last meeting. But if you didn't do that yet, please register. Okay, thank you.
Any new business?
And are there any questions or anything coming up?
Yes, there is one.
Go ahead.
It's from an anonymous attendee. They're asking how many employees are still laid off, furloughed during the COVID-19 crisis. Also, how many employees were there before this?
We're asking for the total number of employees for the county and asking how many were laid
The
off.
first question is how many are laid off or furloughed during this crisis? Second question, how many employees were there before this?
So do they mean,
Do they mean the total? How
I
many we
would think
have?
they do. I mean,
I would-
before this, we didn't lay anyone off before this, so,
Right.
so.
I mean, the total's it's over 500, but
Right.
it goes up and down. So I don't know a specific number. We can get that from HR. And nobody's been furloughed or layoff. We only did voluntary layoffs. And Sam, how many?
I think there's somewhere between 50 and 60, that somewhere
Yeah, I
between that
agree.
number.
Yeah, somewhere between 50 and 60.
We've already brought back 2 of those employees Monday, and we're bringing back probably another 10 this coming Monday because of the courthouse resuming some of the services.
So 12 have come back.
Okay. Okay, thank you. There is another question from Dean Williard. He's asking for the date of the judicial sale. If interested in witnessing and not bidding, do I need to register?
That'd be a question for Janelle.
I think
I would tell him to call up to the tax office and talk to Janelle. She's not here right now, but she is upstairs, and he could
Okay.
get her. She could answer those questions.
But I think you only register if you intend to bid.
Right.
Yeah.
And the number for that's 570-988-4116.
Anything else? No. Just one thing I'd like to say is that, we are in Northumberland County going to the yellow after May 8th. We have not made any plans yet for the opening of the county buildings except for the courthouse, which that is the judge's decision, and they are working on that now. But the commissioners, Joe and Kim and myself, will be working on how and when we'll start opening our buildings, and I don't think that has been decided yet. I think we'll continue where we are. Just because we do automatically go to yellow next week doesn't mean we're going to open things up. I think it means that we will start looking at how to open things up slowly and safely. And, I also want to remind the people that just because we're going to yellow, I know there are people who still feel that they shouldn't be out and they should be doing this and that, and that's fine. Just stay home. For the people who do want to get out, keep your mask on, do your social distancing, and follow the guidelines so that, we've been one of the counties that were rewarded because of what our citizens have done to be put into the yellow, and we want to get to the green as fast as possible. So I'd ask that we keep doing the great job that we're doing, and hopefully we can get everything, back to as normal as we can as soon as possible. Anybody else?
Yeah, I believe Chairman Chickatano just answered this question. It's from Justin from the Daily Item. He's asking, is there any indication on when the county will start opening its offices to the public yet? So I believe you just answered
Justin,
that.
we just answered that question for you. Anybody else?
I
Okay.
would say one thing on that. Just because we went to yellow doesn't mean that we're going to stay at yellow. We could go to green, or we could go back to red. I did see the Department of Health release some new numbers today, and there's quite a few new cases in Pennsylvania. And I think in our county, we had 6 or 7 new confirmed cases. So May 8th, when we're allowed to, when some of these restrictions have been lifted, just as Commissioner Chickatano said, follow these guidelines, because if we don't, and we have a spike in this virus, we're going to be back to red, and we're going to be back to square one. Okay.
One other thing, I don't know if Kim has something to say. I just want to remind people that was out in the paper, but since we do have some people who don't get the paper, after consulting with a lot of the surrounding counties and the municipalities, the 36, I think, tax collectors that we have, we decided that we are not extending the discount period past the April 30th deadline. So we are now in the face value. The commissioners will be meeting in the next couple weeks with other commissioners from surrounding counties about possibly extending the face value period past the regular timeline. And as soon as we make that decision one way or the other, we'll make sure that the people become aware of it. I just wanted to let that out so everybody knows that that's a possibility. Motion to adjourn. We're adjourned. Thank you.